everyone, it's Isabel. Welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in Scrap-lift Crafternoon. I have joined a group of ladies in this hop. Anybody who's participating will be listed below. Be sure to check them out if you have some time. Now, the layout that we are lifting was created by SJ Luvscrappin, and her layout can be located in the gallery section of scrapbook.com. Now, I actually love this layout for these photos. There's a rainbow pattern paper that she uses, and my daughter she likes to make and wear these candy bracelets and necklaces, and she has a bunch of colorful ones on. So I thought that I would also use the rainbow pattern paper. I brought in several sheets. Now, I actually end up not using all of them, but I'm going to use this rainbow one. It's the Paper Studio. The blue and the pink one, she has the pictures bordered with a different color, so I'm going to border mine with pink. These two are from the Recollections paper pad, Ombre Bright Colors. So that's what I'm going to do with those. There's also this tag that she has in the layout. I just thought that I would bring in a white cardstock, have the Cricut cut out the tag, and then also bring in my Bluebird Close to My Heart ink. And I'm thinking of maybe just inking some clouds on it to bring in the clouds that she has on the layout. But we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and just get the base done, and then I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so this is what I have. I was looking at the layout, and I noticed that she had the pictures distressed around the border. So I just brought in my Tim Holtz distress tool and then did that around. And for this part of the page, I did cut it a little larger than I wanted, only because I wasn't confident on how much I want showing. I did have the Cricut cut my tag, but then I realized that when you set it against behind the photos where it sits in the layout, it's going to be white on white, and I didn't know how that was going to look or if I was going to like it. So I had the Cricut offset it and cut 2 tags, and I'm just going to turn it into one. The photos originally I printed off in a 4x6 and then kind of cropped them down to more of like a 3.5 by 4.5 just so they fit better on the page. And I got them backed with white cardstock, and then on the white cardstock I used some fun foam before adhering it to the pink one just to give the photos a little bit of dimension. What I'm doing right now is trying to set the tag where I want it, because I'm going to tally the colors. So the green will be here, pink, orange, dark green, light green, and so on. I want it to match the color pattern paper. Instead of doing a Bluebird or just using Bluebird to do the clouds, I'm going to color code the clouds going up just in the same color pattern that's on this paper. So I brought in my cloud stencil from Recollections, and for the inks, I use mainly Close to My Heart. I use the Bluebird for the dark blue, Carolina for the light blue, Wildberry for the pink, Nectarine for the orange, Green Apple for the light green, Lemonade for the yellow, and then I brought in the Distress Oxide in Rustic Wilderness for the dark green. And I'm just going to do the cloud design all the way up, making sure that each time I do I change a color, I also turn the stencil so that the clouds are not all the same, because realistically, they never are. So this is what it looks like. I really love how it turned out, and I'm going to get that backed and back on the layout. The circle portion that's on it, she used, I guess, the color that's on the, like I would have used the dark blue, but I'm going to still use the regular tag color. I used my Infinity die cuts to get that circle done, and then just brought a hole punch to get that completely punched through. And like I said, these colors are going to match, and I think that works and brings something in a little bit different than what I was originally envisioning, which was just creating basic clouds throughout with one color. I'm going to do a rough lay and kind of get it traced out where it's going to sit and bring in my stencil for the background media. And the stencil that I brought in, I'm not sure what brand it is. I think it's just an off brand that I purchased on Amazon. To me, it kind of looks like it could represent wind. So that's why I brought this one in. I used the ballerina ink from Close to My Heart only because I didn't want to bring in a vibrant color and take your eye away from the photos since this is going to be sitting behind it. So I used more of a subtle color that I had in my collection that would still work with the layout. So I really like how this turned out. I'm going to get everything adhered and commit to their placement, and then that way I can move on to the embellishments. Okay, so this is what I have. Loving how it's turning out. I did go diving into my collection, and I have no white string. I have thread, but that was too thin to use. So I asked my daughter, because there was a point in time where she was trying to learn how to crochet. So she did have some yarn. It was a little bit too thick, so all I did was just pull 2 strands off, and that thinned it out and also gave it a little bit of a curl, which I really like because now it has a little bit of character. So I'm going to do exactly how she did it on the sketch. The only thing is it looks like hers is attached to the layout with staples. I'm going to just do a rough lay right now and then come back in with some tacky glue just because it dries clear and it holds like my heavy items on my layouts. So that's what I'm going to use with that. You're not even going to be able to see it once it's done. Before I do that though, I kind of want to finish where the embellishments are going to go because I don't want to get that stuck down and then not be able to move it if it's in the way for something else. I noticed in the layout that she has a layer behind the top of the photos. I'm just going to cut out an orange strip from the rainbow pattern paper and get that tucked back there. I'm also going to get it distressed. I am just kind of auditioning different stickers, and I decided not to use the rainbow from the Simple Story sticker sheet, but I do use 3 word phrase stickers for the side, and mine is going to read today, living my best life, what it's all about. Now, for the sun aspect on the layout, I bring in my Echo Park phrase stamps and Close to My Heart die cuts and stamps. Now, I have a sun stamp and die cut, but the stamp itself isn't wide enough to fit the Create Your Own Adventure. So I'm just going to use the die cut to get that shape cut out so that I have that sun aspect on the layout. And since I wasn't able to get the sun stamp, I'm just going to ink the edges with the same Wildberry ink. So I've got that on there, and then I'm going to bring in some thickers. They're like thicker chipboard stickers. I'm going to use the rainbow because it is bigger than the other one, so it allows me to put more stuff in the cluster area. And I'm going to organize and decorate that. Now, these photos that we took, we were camping in Dove Springs, and we do a lot of camping, a lot of like dirt bike, quad, razor camping, desert camping basically. And during these trips, you never know really what's going to happen. So during one of our rides, one of our group members cracked their frame on the razors. So while we were waiting around for the guys to figure out how they were going to get it back to camp, me and my daughter kind of just started playing around in the wind. Like, it was super windy. This was Memorial Weekend. And I'm telling you guys, these winds were so strong, I literally felt like it was going to blow us away. And my daughter thought that it would be a cool experiment to see if she could fly. And it was really cute because she's wearing her fly jersey. So Creating Your Own Adventure worked perfect for these photos. We were definitely having a blast playing in the wind. But what I did was I just embellished. Now, I am going to stick to the 3 little cluster areas. My clusters aren't going to be like crazy, but I have some metallic clouds on by the rainbow. So I want to bring in that metallic color by the title and by the sun element. On the sticker sheet, there are only two metallic hearts. So luckily I was able to add, even if it was just a small embellishment, it still matched all 3 clusters. Now, because I have that metallic heart, I did remember that I had some hearts from recollections. I'm just going to pop in some colors. Now, not each cluster is going to have the same color. The one above is going to have all 3 colors, and then I'm kind of just going to split. On the bottom, I'm going to have the yellow missing, and on the top, I'll have the green one missing. And that'll complete my little heart cluster areas. I did use the clouds that are by the rainbow to outline vellum, and was able to cut out 2 clouds that I'm going to utilize on the right side of the photos. And once I get them down, I pull in some more stickers. I was actually looking for a tab to go on the left-hand side of the photo for the date, but I found this story sticker, and I thought it would be really cute to put it where I'm going to do the journaling. Now, earlier, a couple of times actually, I kept coming back to these word stickers. I hadn't actually pushed them down on the layout because I have the photos propped up on some fun foam, and they weren't sitting on the layout evenly, and it was bothering me, but I kept putting it off and thinking to myself that I was going to come back to it. So the way that I'm going to fix that so it doesn't bother me so much is stick some fun foam underneath them to prop them up. It worked out, it evened them out, and it allowed me to finally get these clouds adhered to the background. Now, I don't like to glue vellum on paper because you can see it. So whenever I use vellum by itself like this, I make sure that a piece of it is behind an embellishment so that that's holding the vellum. And once I get them up, I do think that 3 would look better on that side, and eventually I do get another cloud on the layout. Now, because I couldn't find a tab, I did just stamp the date 3 times on the side. And I'm going to come in with the Distress Oxide Spray in Picked Raspberry to get the splatters on the layout. That's going to complete the layout. It looks really similar to hers. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I want to thank you guys for joining me for my first Scrap-lift Crafternoon. And I want to thank the ladies that participate in this hop for allowing me to join. I definitely had a lot of fun, and I look forward to next week with the next Scrap-lift layout that is chosen. If you guys do want to see what they were able to create, in my description box below will be links to their channels so that you guys can hop on over and check them out, give them some love, and have fun. Also, just a reminder, the layout that we are scrap lifting today was created by SJ Luvscrappin, and you can find this layout along with a lot more on scrapbook.com in the gallery. I really like how mine turned out. It looks so similar to hers, and I am really proud of it. I am coming up on my full year of scrapping, and I'm still in love with it. I only hope that I continue to grow from here and meet and get to know a lot more of you guys. So, leave me a comment, question, concern, anything below. Give my video a thumbs up and subscribe if you already haven't subscribed to my channel. I am pretty sure I'm going to be around for a while. So, lots of love to you all. I look forward to seeing you guys soon with another layout. And until then, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a wonderful day. Bye.